outsmarted me? The mighty Muldoon? I don't think so, Yoked Girth.
Stay tuned for what happens next on Yoked Girth. Now a word from our sponsor.
Kids, are you ready for a new wild and wacky Punch-O fruit flavor? Introducing Apricot. It's a punch to the gut. So stop by, fill up, and make sure you get your Billy Hog hot dog before you jet away.
Good morning, Brook Hollow. Today is October 20, 1990. This is your news. We have a special breaking report. The police department has released information that more local teenagers have gone missing. They were last seen earlier this week, and the only connection between the teenagers is that they are all students at Brook Hollow High School. This could be linked to the disturbing trend of other possible abductions and missing teenagers from our otherwise quiet town. If anyone has seen the teenagers or has any other information, please contact the police department. The mayor of Brook Hollow has put a curfew into effect for anyone under 18 starting tonight. Now to other news. In the business world, prominent practical technology signs a few deals with.
With that introduction out of the way, welcome to Grounded. I am the Golden Hydra, and this is my hardcore playthrough of Grounded, meaning I only get one life and the game's difficulty is cranked up to the max. Will I be able to survive the backyard and uncover its many mysteries, or will I fall to the many unforgiving creatures of the backyard? Well, I suppose time will only tell.
Whoa! Pete! Oh, looks like you really stepped in it this time. Just where in the world are you? Hello? Hello? Alright, Pete. Remember your scout training. Step 1, get your bearings.
After finally getting my bearings and exiting the cave, I greet the sun, take a breath,
Curious.
and get to work collecting materials. So if it's on the floor, says collect on it, it's gonna be in my pockets. After collecting resources for a bit, I followed the signal to a field station. Inside there are 3 machines. 2 don't seem to be working, but one called the Resource Analyzer is. Besides the machinery are some granola bars and a folder called Space R Test. I'll read that a bit later.
Logic dictates that there are probably more of these stations around. Maybe if I keep searching, I'll find some clues. Or someone.
With the research station, I researched the pebblet, the sprig, and the sap. These unlocked brand new crafting recipes that I can use. But I wanted to read the folder on the ground, so that's what I did. Results. Power fluctuations are within acceptable ranges. The machine itself continues to operate at it as expected. Weatherproofing the platform components is holding up quite well, actually. The pylons, however, they're a fickle trio. Maintaining the beam angles requires regular obstruction removal. The yard is simply just too alive for precision instruments. Ugh, the Euclidean space, you fickle mistress. Reminder, check in big ring cell diagnostic before the end of the day protocols. After reading the lore from earlier, I made a spear, and with that spear, I did the only thing I knew to do. Kill anything that was defenseless, and that's what I did. I brought back these 2 dead aphids I killed, and I found out that I could make slippers, so that was pretty cool. But I knew that I couldn't just keep killing, so I wanted to head towards the white machine I saw. And just before I got there, I killed another aphid. Man, they're just too easy.
Look at the size of that thing. It's probably the size of a bathroom scale?
I was finally at the machine, and there was a flashing button, so I pushed it. This made 3 beams shoot towards me. One was bright, one was blocked, and the other one was weak. This meant I was tasked with fixing this thing to find out what it does. But before I became a handyman for this mysterious machine, I wanted some armor first, mostly because I unlocked it not too long ago and wanted to feel safer. So, I needed clover. After that, I needed a workbench. And during that time, I built both. Now that I was fully clothed, I wanted a better weapon. Yes, the spear is good, but I only used it because you can throw it. I wanted another beginner weapon called the spiky sprig. It was like a bat. Had a very slow attack speed, but heavy damage, and had bleed, so I think it's pretty good. But the problem was, you need thistles. But I think I know where some are. Before I start my journey to find thistles, I chopped down a blade of grass in the way of the laser. Well, with that behind me, I kept going. Eventually I found a ladybug, so, that was cool.
Just stay over there.
Anyways, my surge led me into the dry grass fields, where, unintentionally, I found out why one of the lasers was weak. Lawn mites were eating the wire, and for the time being, I let them be, because I wanted the sprig before I went into combat. How wrong I was. Anyways, my search didn't last long, and I didn't want to stray too far and not come back empty-handed. So I went to go pay those mites eating the wire a visit. I needed mite fuzz, and I was gonna get it one way or another. After killing the mites in the wire, I found that mites eating the wire and the wild ones had different amounts of HP. Yeah, I found that out the hard way. Luckily, mites still have low HP regardless, so I thought I could deal with them. Also, side note, I found some weird stuff in this pit and decided to leave whatever it was alone. Alright, well, after such a productive thistle journey, I decided to call it and head back to base because it's getting dark, and I think lawn mites should be the least of my worries if I stray too far from the light. After finally arriving back at base, I took the time to make some aphid slippers. These aphid slippers finally allowed me to have a greater movement speed, but at the cost of losing my clover set bonus and a lot of defense. But I thought it was pretty even. Next I made a fire pit, and it took me a minute, had to break a pebble or two, but I got the things I needed. After I finally built the fire pit, I cooked some food on it, finally. I'm tired of eating aphid shit, and or whatever that was called, mildew, whatever, honeydew. Collect some sprigs, chop down some clovers, and finally, after long-awaited time, after one long-ass day, I was finally able to build it and go to sleep. Let me say, I won't even lie to you here. The whole little day-night cycle that I saw, I thought that was pretty cool. A little cool effect they had to do with Grounded, so. Damn, what a first day. I woke up in the morning, looked around, ate some food, drank some water, researched the clover, mite fuzz, and the dry grass chunk. Then I built a trail marker so I always knew where home was. Then I was on my way to go find a thistle plant. Didn't take me too long. In fact, I found one in like a minute. Finally, I saw its glorious plant leaves, I suppose. I jumped up there and grabbed as many thistles as I possibly could. After that, I started to make my way home. But that was when I found out I didn't need to head home to make this thing. So, I made it right then and there, and was on my way to clear out the rest of those mites infesting the wires. I was back at the foot of the cave, and I started by clearing out
Right
every
up ahead.
single mite.
The ghost, hobgoblin.
After all was said and done, I cleared this little blockage of pebbles. Picked them all up, can't leave any loot behind, of course. I didn't find anything back here, but I did find a scab watch and a milky marble, so...
Scabby.
or something
Additional
marble,
flavor
dirty
scheme
marble, who
available.
knows. And with that all out of the way, I figured the only thing left to do now was activate the machine once again. But to press the button.
My bad?
I guess we're escaping now. Alright. I think it's time. I think it's time for a building montage. I don't know about you guys. My dogs are in the background, so just, bear with me, but, yeah, my base wasn't anything really special. It was just walls all around me and a single door. But it was good enough for me. Now there's only one thing left to do. Alright. That should be my final take. My dog keeps going into the audio, so... I first want to say thank you. Thank you to anyone who's made this far, and thank you to anyone who just skipped to the end. It means a lot that you watched this video, or at least watched to the end, because I spent a lot of time editing this one. This is probably my most heavily edited video I have probably ever made. But I'm hoping that changes real soon, because I plan for this series to continue on, and add new people to it, and hopefully my editing skills will also improve by that time. And I hope to one day, compare my first video of the series to the end, the last video of the series, see how the editing and how I've changed. Who knows? Maybe that's possible. But with that being said, I'm the Golden Hydra 93, signing off. I'll see you guys next time.